Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining. So we'll be going over stock market major indexes and stocks analysis as usual. And we'll also cover some of the requests that usually we get from our members in the group, especially those who are on call. And then if there are uh, members requesting on the YouTube channel. So starting off, we will take the analysis of S&P 500 SPX index. So looking at the market trend last week, especially on the end of the week, this is we are looking on the weekly chart. There's almost dragonfly doji market has been bullish. Looking at the Williams R indicator, it shows that it is in oversold region. The upper Bollinger Band is at 4230, which is very close. So at the start of the week, we could expect the momentum to carry on and then face resistance. The resistance band is around 4,300. So we could see some resistance from 4280 until 4,300 on the weekly chart. If we look on the daily chart, it broke the resistance with the momentum that it had on the Friday session. It has reached upper Bollinger Band. The Williams R is in oversold, but still with the momentum that we see, we can still expect some bullishness in the market, at least at the start of the week. So if you are holding some of the positions from last week, it would be good to book your profits towards the end of Monday's market or at the start of Tuesday's market. In terms of the short-term trend, this looks to be market is tending to take the positive sentiment, and that's good even for long term. If we look at the market on the monthly chart, especially for SPX index, and we will see other indexes as well, there's upside for those who are planning to take positional trades or hold for longer term for few months. Moving on to NDX, Nasdaq 100. You see similar trend on the monthly chart for NDX as well. The bullishness in the month chart we can expect to continue in the month of June as well, at least at the start of the month. Although on the weekly chart, it has gone in the overbought region. It has gone above the upper Bollinger Band, but still the resistance is close to 14,750. Currently, it is at 14,300. So another 400 points, it could go up and then face resistance. So there's some upside still in the trend. If you look on the daily chart, this last session was strongly bullish, although it's again in the overbought region, but with the momentum, it could continue further up. If you have opened some position at the start of the week and you are in profit, you could plan to book some of your profit. At least 60% or 75% of your positions you could liquidate, and remaining you can plan to exit towards the end of Monday or Tuesday. So kind of a similar trend in terms of what we saw on SPX that's observed on NDX as well. We move further for TSX. For those who are trading in the Canadian market, let me start from the weekly chart. The trend on the TSX is opposite. It's going through correction, especially it's clear on the weekly chart that it's in the downtrend. And major sector that is influencing is the financial sector. So some of the banks have been still dropping. So if you are holding bank stocks which are giving good dividends, you could plan to increase your positions in order to average down. So once they reverse, you could be getting growth as well as dividends. But at this time, it would be good to wait for a couple more weeks, as especially on the TSX, although it looked to take support at the 100 EMA, but could further go down as the support is close to 19,400. So another 600 points of drop is possible on TSX. Williams R is clearly indicating the downward trend. We look on the daily chart. This last 3 days before Friday was 3 black crows. For those who are planning to take quick trade, this reversal on the daily chart, you could enter, but for a very short term, for 2 to 3 days of trade, when you could entry at the current price, expecting it to face resistance around 2,200 and then continue further down, because in the longer term, looking at the weekly chart, we can still expect it to go down further. There's a strong support channel close to 19,200 to 1900, close to 1900. That's on the daily chart. So a small upward move, but then further downward trend you can expect for TSX. Any questions so far on any of the indexes? SPX, NDX, TSX? Vivek, Vaibhav?
No comments. Okay, but I guess the only thing is Dow is moving against the trend, right? If we can just take a quick look.
Sure.
No, Kamal, it all looks good to me.
Thanks, Vivek. And let's take that down and start from the weekly chart. Yes, Dow Jones is on the downward trend. It's already reached the oversold region and lower Bollinger Band. Hold on. I'll take the index itself.
I guess it's DGI.
Yeah, it's DJI.
Yeah. So for DJI, it's in the downward trend. When on the weekly chart, the trend could continue further for another 3 to 4 weeks. it looks to have got pulled up from this support on 100 EMA, but expect it to continue further in the downward trend. You see Williams R is downward and could have support close to 3200. There's a small support band here close to 31,800, which is more than thousand points down. So for if you are trading on stocks which are followed by Dow Jones, you could be conservative and wait for some time before taking any long position. And coupling this with the overbought region that we saw in SPX and NDX, once it starts once the stocks listed on both those exchanges start reversing, the bearish trend on the DJI could be stronger. So you can see the drop until this support level reaching faster. If we look at the daily chart, for daily chart for DJI, on the daily chart there is a reversal, but I would say it's a short-term reversal wherein it could start taking resistance at facing resistance close to the mid Bollinger Band range of 33 to 76. So by mid of this week, we could still see that it could face resistance and continue on downward trend. So if you look closely, it is forming lower lows and lower highs. So overall, there is a downward trend on the DJI. This reversal is a kind of a short-lived, just 1 to 2 sessions, and it could continue further downward. So even though Williams R is close to -57, as we have seen previously, it reversing around -44 or even around this range. So expect it to continue further down, especially as we see on the weekly chart, the trend is clearly downward. So Vivek, Vaibhav, you rightly pointed that the DJI's trend is opposite to what we noticed for SPX and NDX. And in fact, TSX and DJI's bearish trend seems to be coinciding. So for short term, I would say that if you are planning to trade with DJI, probably you could take a put trade on Monday or even further down in the week for it to drop further. And your expiry could be of over 2 weeks, over 2 to 3 weeks. So the downward trend would be profitable, but it doesn't look to be suitable for taking any long positions. Right, Vaibhav?
Yes, got it. Thanks.
Okay, so let's move on to QQQ. QQQ similar to what we saw on NDX. It's in the overbought region, the resistance is close by around 359. So it formed a high of 349.29, which means you can expect it to reach 350 on Monday. And towards the end of the day on Monday or Tuesday, we can expect it to face resistance around this resistance band. The resistance band is not broad, which means it's likely to face resistance around 360. And that could be good time to take put options. Let's see on the daily chart. Yeah, even on the daily chart, it's above upper Bollinger Band, is in the overbought region and is reaching the value from where it has previously reversed. So for those who are trading options, it's a good time to take a put for a couple of weeks expiry. And the price levels could be, or the strike price, EMA at this EMA 320 or even mid Bollinger Band 330 strike would be good to take. Although there is a thin support around 332, but 330 strike put for 2 to 4 weeks of expiry looks good. Yeah, this 330. Yeah, 330 strike put options looks to be a good opportunity this week. We take TQQ. Similar in the overbought region. And in terms of buying put option, $30 put for 2 to 4 weeks of expiry. Can actually check. Web over Vic, could you check what is the premium price for TQQ put of 30 strike price of June end? On the weekly chart, it had gone above. And this EMA is close to 28.94. So around 30 strike put would looks to a very good opportunity for this week. And for those who are trading just the indexes, let's see SQQ. On the weekly chart, it has almost touched the lower Bollinger Band. Lower Bollinger Band is at 2193. It formed a low of 2272, so almost at the lower Bollinger Band. So towards the end of tomorrow looks to be a good opportunity to enter SQQ around 22. If you want to wait for confirmation, you can enter on Tuesday, either after Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday after about first hour of market around 22 for the targets. Let's see if we are entering for a short term. The mid Bollinger Band here is at 27. There's a gap down. So if you enter around 22, 25 could be first target, 27 could be second target, and third target of 29. For those who are trading just the ETFs, SQQ, instead of taking a put option for TQQ, if you are trading just SQQ, it's also looking good for this week. It's already in the oversold region. On the daily chart, it has dropped under the lower Bollinger Band. Although we have not got a buy signal yet, towards the end of tomorrow, or in if you want to wait for confirmation, Tuesday looks to be a good time for entering SQQ. And same would go for TQQ put. Once it reverses, we see there is a resistance around 29. So entry around 22 for the targets 25, 27, 29 looks to be a good opportunity here. Okay, anyone holding TQQ? No?
No.
No worries. Let's see. You can see the option price for TQQ put price. Yeah, 95 cents 30th June. That looks good. So thanks, Vaibhav. TQQ 30 strike TQQ put of 30th June expiry on TQQ for about 4 weeks with at 95 cents, and that looks to be a good. So if we take a put at 95 cents, even if you take entry close to tomorrow's market, and this could come down around 90 cents or even lower, and you can look for 50% return, most likely, or even more. Okay. I would also like to cover SOXL. I had shared this with, I was talking about this with Vivek sir on 15th of or 12th of March, when it was around 12th of May, when it was around 14, and it has almost gone $9 from that price. With the last 2 days having gap ups with high volume and momentum. So if you would like to take put on this, that could also be a good opportunity for this week. It has closed above 100 EMA of 2182. So we can expect some correction this week once the market reverses. It's clearly in the overbought region. On the daily chart, Williams R has almost flattened. On the weekly chart, it has reached the level from where it had reversed previously. So even SOXL put could be a good opportunity for this week. Watch on Monday and Tuesday first half. If you see confirmation of reversal, it could also be a very good opportunity to take a put trade. Let's see what would be the strike price. Since it has had this huge gap up, it might not be able to reach this support level soon, close to $18. However, expect it to take correction. 21.40. There's a support at 18, which is what even this support channel is showing on the daily chart. Yeah, so even for SOXL, 4 weeks expiry, 30th June, you can take $18 strike and need not wait for it to reach $18. Even if it drops to 20, you would be in good profit and you can book your profit. Although you can expect it to close this gap, but it may or may not close within the 4 weeks. So even if it reaches close to 20, you can book your profits if you are opening a put position. And for those who are trading just the indexes, could look for SOXS. Actually, with the SOXL gap up, it has had a gap down and has closed even below this range for the lower Bollinger Band. Okay, so it has formed a kind of a new low. So those who are trading SOXS, those who are planning to trade SOXS, I would suggest take trade for very short term. Since it has formed a new low, the long term bearish trend could continue. That's why entering for quick trade and exiting could be profitable, but not holding it for very long term. So if you would like to enter, you can watch on the 1 hour chart for it to see when it starts reversing. The lower Bollinger Band is at 1037, which means it could drop about $1 more tomorrow, and either on Tuesday or further during the week, if you see a confirmation of reversal, you can enter into SOXS. Entry at 1035. I mean, first target at high of this or even 1350 could be good return, about $3 profit. Yeah, although mid Bollinger Band is at 17, if it drops further, I would expect mid Bollinger Band to come close to this support range, close to $16. However, I would not recommend to look for higher targets. If your TP1 is hit, you can close your positions with SOXs. With this black or red almost Marubazu, bearish Marubazu, I expect tomorrow it could drop further, which means SOXL could go further up and then reverse once the market corrects on Tuesday, or starts showing correction towards the end of market tomorrow. Most likely we could see clear correction on Tuesday with the usual US market trend. Okay, so that was it from me. Any stock requests from anyone?
Caller, can you please check? I mean, we covered SPX, but values on SPY. Please.
Sure. Let's see on the weekly chart. So the resistance on SPY is close to 427. Currently it is at 420. So another 7 points. Let me add ATR so we'll know whether it can reach tomorrow itself. Yeah, weekly ATR is 12.9, like almost $13. So you can expect it to reach 427 tomorrow. 427 to 432 is its resistance band. So it can reach that tomorrow or on Tuesday and start facing resistance. So if it reaches 427, you can open a put option for about 4 weeks expiry.
Okay.
And your strike could be 415. There's a support band around 415, small support band. So when it reaches 427, open a put option of strike 415 for 4 weeks of expiry.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Any other stock requests? Stock or ETF?
Kamal, I have put it on the chat.
Sure. NTR. And these are TSX, right?
Yeah, all TSX.
Okay, great. Okay, it's been in the downward trend. See, it's 52-week low of 75.97, which it formed yesterday. Okay. You see its downward trend.
Yep.
And there could be a support close to 74. Lower Bollinger Band is showing 73, 72. So what I would suggest is you keep it in the watch list and watch for confirmation of it taking support close to 74 or $75. Lower Bollinger Band this year is 74. So expect it could drop another about $2. And once it reverses, then you can open position.
How about the range of 65?
65. High here, if you see around 73 it was facing resistance, right? And here it was facing resistance, which was a resistance here and a support here.
Mm.
So around 74.5, 74. So I would say this could be first support level. It could move up, and once it starts reversing, then it could go down to 73. For 65, if you're looking at this range as the entry point, then you will have to wait for about or over a month, because we are looking on the monthly chart.
Okay.
It could drop to that range, but it would be, I would expect it to take support, go up, then face resistance and continue further down, for which it could take about a month or over a month to reach 65 range.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So for now, you can just keep it in the watch
Yes,
list.
it's in my watch list. Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah. Unless you are planning to take a very quick trade.
No.
Okay. So next T, tell us.
Yes.
This group. So TSX. All right. So on the daily chart, looks to have touched the support channel, and this doji could be an indication of reversal. Let me change from ETR to Williams R again. CCI. Yeah. So this doji and a reversal on the Williams R indicates, even on the weekly chart, it has touched the support channel. So we can expect it to reverse from this point. So this looks to be good for entry at the start of next week. So if you want to buy, it closed at 26.34, you can enter at 26. There's a thin resistance channel here at 27, which could be your first target for 20 to 25% of your position. Then next target would be 24.4 and 27.7. If you are planning to hold longer, then your target could be 28.5. Okay.
Thank you, Kamal.
Okay. Are we good with this, Vivek?
Perfect, Kamal. Thank you.
So how long are you planning to hold this? If you, let's say if you enter,
I'm gonna drip it. So now what happened is like Wealth Simple has a drip option.
yes.
I'm just gonna hold it for a longer period because just trying to build a dividend portfolio
Mhm.
with some good stocks to hold for say a couple of years.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I also in order to keep the momentum going, because these guys will take time, I also usually have a very small portion of Tesla or something like that. So it's a mix of both dividend and
Growth.
growth. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, makes sense. So if you are planning to hold this for for many months to few years, you could actually then wait for it to drop close to 24.30 or 24.50, because if you look at the monthly chart, it has formed a bearish engulfing candle,
Engulfing. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So for the longer term, then you can wait. If you are already having some positions of tellers, and if you would increase your position, then better to wait for it to drop further, so your average is also lower.
Okay. Yeah, I'm always screening ones that are like close to 4 or 5% dividend.
Yeah,
It hopefully
it
tends
has,
to increase by time.
yeah, it has 5.52
Yeah.
percent yield, so that's good. But as you see, this on the weekly chart, the support bands, this is a small support band. The next better support band is at
Mhm.
25, and the next one is here. So since you are now planning for longer term, I would then suggest also keep this in watch list itself. If you are planning to take a quick trade, then it has opportunity for $1 to $2 return. But
Mhm.
for longer term, let it fall to 24.5 or 25, then increase your positions.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome. Next is hr.un.
I mean, this just came. I don't have much insight about this ETF.
Yeah, it's a rate.
Yeah.
So 5.88. Do they give monthly or quarterly dividend?
Monthly ones are REITs. So REITs are usually monthly.
Okay.
I haven't entered this still again in my watch.
Yeah, so it's almost like Marubazu. So has been dropping after COVID. It should have recovered and then has been in the downtrend. So for this, I would still suggest to wait.
Yep.
Low here was 10.22, and now it has formed a new low, right?
Yes.
So if it breaks this, it could go further 8.89. And since it is just $10 stock, $1 is like 10% drop.
Mm.
Although on the monthly chart, it is in over sold region, but I would wait for it to reverse before entering, because you will be entering this for dividends. So your plan would be to hold longer, right?
Yep.
On the daily and weekly chart, it is almost close to minus 99 Williams hours. So that way it looks good. But on the monthly chart, since we are almost towards the end of the month, it has formed a bearish Marubazu. So wait for a week, I would say. In about a week, you could see a clear reversal on the daily chart as well, and some indication of reversal on the weekly chart. Then you can enter. It's okay if you enter 50 cents higher price, because you will be holding for long to collect monthly dividends. The growth in this stock would be about 10 to 20%, but the monthly dividends that you will get would be the return that you are looking for from this, right?
Yes, Kamal. I mean, like this, I don't know, because like REITs are now going down.
Yeah. Yeah. So
This was
yeah, so that's why instead of REITs, if you look at banking stocks, I was looking at ZWC. So most of the Canadian banking companies are also downward.
Mhm.
So if you look at this, it has 7.34 dividend yield.
Okay.
So compared to both of them,
Mhm.
just waiting further for it to take support on the monthly chart and buy upon reversal. either on weekly or daily chart. So you get
Yeah, bro.
better dividend yield.
Okay,
Okay.
sure.
Although on the daily chart it shows a reversal, but I would say confirmation on the weekly chart at least would be better, because the weekly chart, it has around 16.6 is the lower support band.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So this also gives monthly dividends.
Okay, bro.
Hi, Kamal.
Yes, Vivek.
Maybe the reversal is to collect the dividend maybe in 2 to 3 days. Once the dividend is declared, people will exit. If you check,
Yeah, yes, you're right.
yeah,
That's a good
so
observation.
30th May, yeah. So people will buy till that time, hold till 30th May. Once it is declared, maybe 31st May or 1st of June, people will exit.
Yeah, so tomorrow it could go up because people will be
Yeah.
buying.
Yeah.
Hold it till 30th, about a day or two, then it will drop further down.
So same thing is with the other stock that Vivek mentioned. Even TELUS, I can see 8 June is the dividend declaration date. 8th of June.
It's not showing it, but
Can you move to the right hand side? Yeah.
okay.
So I think it will be holding this level till that time. Once it is declared, it will continue its downward
Down.
journey.
Right, right. That's good observation, Vivek. Thanks.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. And Vivek, so are you okay with this? Shall we move
Yeah,
to
Kamal. Yeah. Thank you.
Telephone?
The Canadian one.
Oh, okay. On Neo, Canadian hedge.
Yes.
So lower Bollinger Band is downward, although Williams R is showing that it's in oversold. Even on weekly chart, it has reversed, but the downward trend is not encouraging.
For the analysis, I used the US one, but
Mhm.
I saw in this as well.
Yeah, the trend would be same on the chart.
Still downwards, right?
Yeah. So here, if it would have formed a green candle, I would have said yes, go for it. But this last week candle, it has almost formed a bullish and bearish engulfing. Although the last candle on the daily chart would be green, or it has reversed, yeah. But still expecting it to go down further, and with $4.6, even if it drops to $4, it could be about 25%, close to 20% at least drop, right? So I would suggest to just watch this instead of entering. And it's not giving dividend as well. So in terms of entry, if you are looking just for a quick trade, I would say it would be better to wait unless you are planning to take a risky trade.
Okay, Kamal.
Okay. Yeah, this has been a large drop, and unfortunately the trend has not reversed. There was a short-term reversal, but market still has a bearish sentiment on this. So once the lower Bollinger Band at least flattens out, then you can plan to enter. Once it reverses, it could give good return because it had this gap down which it could aim to close. But at this point, the trend looks further downward. So just keep it in watch list.
Sure, man. Thank you.
Maybe Vivek, you can start adding 3 or 4 each drop.
Yeah, man. I mean, I saw their earnings were not good. That's why that big
Yeah.
drop. You see the US version, it was from whatever to came to 60 something.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I was just
So
watching it. Yeah.
Yes.
check
So,
SQ. SQ is also similar trend.
square, right? Block square. Because my domain is payment, so these are known to me. This SQ is downtrend on the daily chart as well. On weekly chart, it tried to reverse. Let me see on the monthly chart first. Yeah, it could go and make for touch the low which it had here. 51.
52, 51, 52 would be a good entry.
Yeah. So Vivek, since you are watching PayPal, you can watch Square as well. Square or Block, they have renamed.
Bro.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Welcome. Okay, so with that, any further
Amal,
Yes,
let's take BTC.
BTC? I was thinking you are going to request any crypto.
Bitcoin. I said Bitcoin, not BTC.
Okay.
Let's take that.
So may take the one on Binance.
Yes. Or BTC USDT.
Yeah, actually I traded SHIB day for yesterday. Had it gave good return. So,
Awesome, Kamal. You are into crypto now?
yeah, I opened that.
He was always on
account
crypto.
I too
Qcoin,
started crypto, man.
yeah, it's
You
still that.
are good that you are in Alberta.
Oh, they stopped Binance in Canada now.
Yeah,
Entire Canada. Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't knew that.
yeah, it's banned.
Okay, I've not logged into Binance for a long time now.
I'm using Bitmart. This is the same like Binance only.
Binance, okay.
And it's decent. Yeah, it's very decent.
But no, like Bitmart, is it allowed in Ontario?
I don't know that one, but it's there.
Yeah,
I
like
think it should be allowed in Ontario.
no, again the same problem will happen. The what with Binance, if unless and until it is approved by the what is that, Ontario
OSC,
Finance,
OSC,
OEC. Yeah,
West Security Council.
yes.
Okay, so I would say, Vivek, if you have opened your account on Bitmap, just check that it's legal in Alberta. And if the platform is not legal, you might make profit but not be able to withdraw into your banking accounts.
No, don't keep it as investment. Keep it as trading.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm keeping it as trading. The
Yeah.
question is like, how do you check that?
How do we check that? What is the platform? Bitmart.
Yeah.
We can check. Meanwhile, I'll do the analysis on the weekly chart. It was on the downtrend, but it seems that it has taken support here at 100 EMA, which is good. On the daily chart, yes, it has taken support here. So if you are already on this position, you could book some 50% profit because it has closed over mid Bollinger Band. If it continues, you could book the remaining profit close to 27,800. And once it touches close to upper Bollinger Band, expect it to face resistance and continue in the downward trend as we are seeing on the weekly chart. But at the moment, looking from the last 3 weeks, it looks that it has taken support here. So you could plan to book your profits even at the EMA 50 or at the upper Bollinger Band close to 27,800. So in this short term, based on the daily chart, we can expect it to go further up for few more days before it faces resistance and goes down. So both ways, if you are on any of the crypto position now, you can expect today, tomorrow to be bullish, knowing that SPX and NDX could be bullish at the start of session tomorrow, and that could have this similar trend for BTC. Once those markets reverse, you can expect this also to reverse.
Doesn't look like Bitmark doesn't look like a good platform, to be honest.
Mhm.
So keep it only for trading. Don't use it for investment.
No, I trade only. Yeah,
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, keep it for trading.
Okay. I also looked at Newton, which you suggested. That's like for Canada.
Newton is like very much OSE compliant, but the thing is, it is not good for trading. Too much of fees. Like there is they say no fees, but the buy and sell, there is a lot of margin in that.
Oh,
So you lose a lot of fund in that, similar to that of Wealthsimple.
okay.
Yeah.
So good for investment, not good for trading.
Okay. Sure, man. Thank you so much for looking for me.
Yeah, welcome. Thanks, Vivek, for your input and guidance. So with that, Vivek, are you good with Bitcoin analysis or do you want to add anything?
No, I'm good. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I'm waiting for the next halving
31K.
next year.
You're waiting for 31K. That should.
No, next halving is there, right? Next year.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting it to be bullish. So I'm accumulating. This is a time I feel it is accumulation. So I'm accumulating it.
So you said
Not a big position, but yeah, gradually here and there I keep on buying.
you buy it on futures or buy it on spot?
No, I buy it for like long-term investment on spot.
Okay. Okay.
I've stopped future trading for a while now, more than 1 year.
Yeah. So I see that on the monthly chart, it has mid Bollinger Band is close to this 27,000. So it could take support and continue further up, and that's what we saw on the weekly and daily chart. However, I would still suggest to book profit at the upper Bollinger Band, because with the
Kamal,
US,
I follow mostly the weekly chart. Can we go to the weekly chart? I don't
yeah,
follow monthly chart for Bitcoin, but yeah, I follow the weekly chart, and this definitely gives a good sign.
yeah. So here it is taking support at this level, which was the mid Bollinger Band on the monthly chart as well, close to this 27,000, close to 27,000, which is where it has been taking support. That could be strong support. So if it continues from here, and if it breaks this upper Bollinger Band level and goes further up, which means
No, if it is able to break 31, I think there would be a lot of entries. I'm pretty sure of that.
So in fact, 31 is ahead. I would say this upper Bollinger Band is close to 28. So even if it
That-
breaks 28,000,
Yeah.
You can expect more buyers to come in and take it further up.
Yes, because it's been on downtrend for a while. I can see the on weekly, if you see the MACD, it has moved to the positive side from the negative side. We
Mhm.
can see it to be staying there for a while, maybe couple of weeks, maybe 4 weeks, and after that we might see a positive trend. So in 4 weeks, whatever you can accumulate, I feel is a good time to accumulate.
Yeah, yeah. So for this week, it would be good to watch whether it holds
Yeah.
at this support and then
Yes.
takes further up.
Yeah. If it breaks this support, then obviously lower Bollinger.
Yes.
It's good to wait for that.
Yeah, and that's why if you are already on some position for trading, not for investment, then you could book your profit.
Yes. Yeah.
If it breaks this resistance and goes further up, then you can open again and hold it for higher
Yeah.
time. Right? Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Kamal.
Next week. Okay, so with that, any last request or are we all good?
All good.
Okay, great. So with that, I would say thank you all for joining and hope you all have good profitable trading week ahead. Although if you are already on your long positions, would be good time to book your profits. And if you are not in any position, the coming week looks to be good for opening put options, especially for those who are trading on stocks listed on SPX and NDX and corresponding ETFs and stocks. And for those who are trading on TSX, the market is expected to drop down further. Similar applies for DJI index as well. So wait for market to reverse before opening long position, which may take some time. Right. So with that, hope you all have a good day and speak to you in the next week.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Kamal.
Thanks.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
I think Tejal might have left.